Today, I played on MCC Island, so you don't have to. $20 for a ticket. What the hell? Let's find out whether MCC Island has a chance of beating HYPIXEL since the TubNet experience was kind of underwhelming. I just want to say off the bat, MCC Island has a huge advantage, seeing that most of its popular games and events come from the popular Minecraft event, Minecraft Championships. I'm gonna assume you know what that is because listen, if you don't know what it is, you played yourself. When you play on the server, it actually feels really cool as you've seen your favorite YouTubers actually play in these exact same games. Let's talk about the main area, the hub. The hub was beautiful. The assortment of shops and NPCs made the hub area feel a lot more homey and, I don't know, comfy. However, despite being very fleshed out, the area didn't feel unnecessarily large, unlike another server that we know. One issue I did have, however, was how janky the NPCs look when they were walking. Just like TubNet, a lot of the NPCs here are just for the aesthetic. Wow, that word is hard to say. However, unlike TubNet, the NPCs actually turn and face you as if you're a real human. Other than this one police officer, who I think was a little racially biased, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, he was black. I don't know why I'm saying that. Now, another really cool thing is this barbershop, where you can customize your character's hair and the actual hair color. Something MCC Island has a lot better than TubNet is its currency and how you can actually use it in the server. In MCC Island, there are all kinds of items you can actually buy with the coins, from the actual character customization to these little loot boxes that you can bind with your earned currency. Whatever, enough about the hub. Let's talk about the good part, the games. Let's start with the first one, hole in the wall. It is simple enough. From any of the 4 directions, a wall with different holes. Get it? You and 16 other players have to try and be the last one standing, but don't worry if you don't end up getting first place, because up until the 5th place you'll end up being put on the podium. So if you lack social validation, this is the game for you. Overall, pretty good game other than some really blatant lag, but that could just be me. Let's say you end up losing a round. After the match, you are given 3 options: to either re-queue into a game with the same players you just played with in that round, which is pretty useful if you want to play with a specific group of friends, or you can queue into another game, which means that you'll be sent to one of the other 3 games currently on the server. So if you want to get a real feel of MCC Island, a real feel of the server, I would recommend going through the cycle a couple of times. However, if you want to get into a game as fast as possible, I would actually recommend leaving the game and then re-queuing into that same game through the arcade machine. In my personal experience, it's been a lot faster. So if they could add another option that allows you to re-queue into the same type of game, just not that same group of people, that would be amazing. Anyway, next game, Sky Battle. If you're a fan of HYPIXEL's Bed Wars, trust me, you'll love Sky Battle. Instead of destroying the enemy's bed, you and 3 other teammates end up going against 7 other teams. There are chests spread across the map with 1 item in each, making it kind of similar to Sky Wars in that sense. Don't worry, your try-hard bridging skills from Bed Wars will definitely be carried on to this game, as there are lots of gaps and plenty of blocks to build with. As for someone like me who despises, no, hates, no, loathes, no. Okay, I'm running out of words, but you get my point. I really don't like bridging, and if you don't either, we both suck. Just let your teammates carry you, alright? The game's great, and I would totally recommend if you're into the more PvP type games. Quick intermission. If you guys have been enjoying the video, please do leave a like, or I might just snatch your kneecaps. Enjoy the video. And the third game of the server, and my personal favorite, TGTTOS, whatever. It stands for to get to the other side, and it is what it sounds like. You have to get to the other side. Who would have thunk it? In this game, there are different maps and parkour challenges all centered around getting towards the end of the map. Something really cool they did was randomly giving you effects like doubling your speed or giving you super jumps. Anyway, it's really cool and it gives the game a little bit more pizzazz. It got really addicting and was the game I ended up spending the most time on. Next game, Battle Box. You and a team of 3 others take on different roles. You can be a healer or melee or long range, as well as a bunch of other random stuff, and you sprint to the center of the map and try and mine all the blocks. You guys have definitely seen this in Minecraft Championships before. You insert your team's colored blocks and there, you win. It's a tournament between 4 of the teams, and whoever ends up winning the most games and losing the least ends up winning. Something I really like about this server is that most PvP games are team-based. If you're a sweat that usually ends up carrying your teammates, you might not enjoy this as much. But for someone who's absolutely garbage at PvP, I think it's great. MCC Island. Is it better than TubNet? And if it is, does it have a chance to overthrow HYPIXEL? The answer to that first question, God Yes, you can just see the team's experience shining through when you play on this server. The smaller, more condensed hub area when compared to TubNet's ghost town, and the proper use of currency, just to name a few. As for overthrowing HYPIXEL, there are a couple obstacles that it has to overcome first. Number 1, it's in beta. The barrier to entry to enter the server was actually pretty difficult, with the whole waiting list or having to pay $20. However, I think that was definitely the right move here. Being open to bugs and problems in the server in this stage is super important for long-term growth, and was honestly a pretty big issue with TubNet. Number 2, it has a mainly American fan base. Whereas HYPIXEL at non-American time zones can maintain nearly 40% of their player base, there is barely anyone online during non-American time zones. As for how to fix that, I don't know. Figure it out. Number 3, the actual player capacity limit. Right now they're only letting in a total of 1,000 players, but I'm sure that's something that will be fixed after beta ends as well. See, that's the thing. MCC Island released all of these things under the pretense that they were in beta, so the issues that we experience aren't as much of a problem, as you know that this is not the release product and that these will be fixed in the future. Honestly, I think the server is a serious competitor to HYPIXEL. If you got to the end of the video and you're still not subscribed, listen, you're a bozo, alright? Quick shout out to Mel for the really nice comment. And if you guys want to know why TubNet has absolutely no chance at beating HYPIXEL, well, click on this video to enjoy the TubNet experience.